Edition of Man Cave. It's Tuesday. Like I told you in the morning today, we have a different panel, and we're talking about the ride or die lie. When do you ride or die? When do you pack and go? As usual, the hashtag to use is for breakfast. A lot of different comments on this one. We also spoke to a lot of Kenyans, so we're going to be getting their views in a short while. Hashtag Power Breakfast. The SMS line is 22422. Let's get talking. Now, of course, joining us today, Terry Muikamba.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. So, to introduce, I'm a lawyer. I'm a radio lady.
Let me see what you
multi-faceted lady.
Yeah.
She's going to be giving us the female perspective today. Also joining us is Israel Robert Burali.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
it's good to be here.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Hapo ndio ni nyumbani
kabisa.
And of course Pastor Kuria aka Mankush. Inadi papa.
Jina kubwa hiyo.
Yama.
Yeah. Niko tu.
Niko free.
Asante.
So I guess we'll start with jump right into it. Ride or die. Coming off with the story of a rapper Gucci Mane, if you don't know, let's just give you the situation. So there's this lady who is now the wife of the rapper. She endured him cheating, she endured his drug addiction, she endured going to prison. The guy went to prison and finally came back, waited all this time, and now they're married. And somebody said, ladies, you guys do not know, this is the real definition of ride or die. Let's start with you, Terry. What do you think?
First of all, I think it's a fallacy. Ride or die. Why are we dying? Why can't we just live? Yeah. Also, I don't think it's okay to be with the man who puts you through a situation where you have to die. Okay, so if you are in a relationship, the man should not put you in a position whatsoever that you have to think that you have to die. So if you're with such a man, no.
What about dying as sacrifice?
No, that's again, if you're the man who has to put you through a situation where you have to sacrifice so much, then don't get out. Yeah.
It's right.
Oh well, it's both sides of the coin. It is good, but also sometimes it can be stupid.
To stay or
to hang on?
Okay.
Yeah. It's good sometimes when you know the man is making efforts to get better. But there are women who will stay and they know this guy is not doing anything. They'll cheat on you on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, take a 2-day pause and then go back again. And you say, no, I'm patient, he's going to change. You can only hang around somebody who is making very considerable efforts to make a difference.
But that's the thing, because, and I'll come to my question a while, that's the thing, because, let's take this guy for example. Definitely when I was going to drugs, I said, no baby, I'm going to get better. I'm going to rehab.
What it is.
Yeah, what it is.
Yeah.
What it is for. I'm going to get better. And so she hung around. So when do you draw that line and say, Sasa, Tosha?
But I think Pia Kampaka, was there any violence?
At some point, yes. There was some
physical violence.
Yeah.
I mean, when a man cheats on you and then to add on it, physically abuses you, I would not even hesitate to tell the lady, run. Yes, because if you don't, in ride or die mentality, the next time people will be burying you because you'll be beaten black and blue.
So it has to be death.
Yes. I'm telling you, some people, some ladies who, and we've had sad cases where ladies have actually lost their lives, but the man didn't just kill them on a fast punch. If you look back, says, no, he's going to change. I'm going to hold on. Start with a slap, with one punch, and then with a coffee.
Well, I think it will depend so much what I wanted, what I needed when I came to you. Because what I needed, if I know that I get it, I'll still have patience and have hope that we're going to change. For example, the guy now who you are talking about, look at the way this lady has been patient. And finally,
they're married.
They're married. So it depends so much what did I want when I was getting to marriage. I don't care what other people are going to tell me, because I am not like anybody else. They might not have power to have patience, but I have as a person. So let us not stereotype the whole thing that if this happens, this can happen. It will depend with the power I have for patience.
No, but I'm a bit confused here. Aren't we the same people who keep telling girls, men do not change, they will never change? If a man shows you his true colors, believe him, right? So we keep preaching that narrative, and then here we are again saying, oh no, if you're patient, he will change. I don't
do you know something, my sister? Effective communication does not guarantee effective truth.
Okay.
So whatever you have been preaching has error in it, because the teacher who taught you what you know needed it to be taught before teaching you. So whatever he communicated to you was error, and you just grabbed it, and now you are preaching it. It does not have truth in it.
So essentially we're saying that
everybody is capable of changing. We can change. I believe we can change. It depends with the situation that you are in. Like now the guy came from jail and came and told the babe, hey babe, I'm going to change, wait and see. And he has changed. That's why you are ending the sentence by saying now they are married.
Okay, well, and remember that the SMS line is 22422, so you can get in your question, views, and comments as well. And the hashtag to use is Power Breakfast. We're going to be sampling that in a while. So, Pastor, what you're saying at the end, come end the marriage, utabaki tu. But what is going to be the quality? I know we can't stereotype, but if such a thing happens, what do you think is going to be the quality of even the marriage?
If it doesn't change, the lady will be frustrated.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And maybe some people will stay in a marriage to prove other people wrong, but at their own expense. You know, I've been here, he cheated on me, I stayed. He went to jail, I stayed. He went through a drug addiction phase, I stayed. He physically abused me, I stayed. Okay, now that you're married, you could be a public success, but a private failure. You do it for other people. And many ladies are in relationships like that, because the man has a six-pack, six-figure salary, and you know, and everything's six.
Yeah.
And it looks good on the outside.
Yeah.
And people say, wow, I love that, but the woman is being beaten black and blue.
Yeah.
You understand? Is it really worth it? Absolutely not. So I think this thing of sometimes ride or die, I don't know, I'm too old for that language, ride or die. Okay, this as part of saying patient women.
Right.
It pays off sometimes, but wisdom is needed in being patient. I'm not going to be patient with if I'm with a woman who cheats on me 3 times a week and say, you know what, I have the spirit of patience, it's a fruit. No, because patience, you know, even the Bible says wisdom is the principal thing. In everything, let's have wisdom in it. You understand? So what happens when this guy cheats on her 5 times into marriage? What will she say? What is she waiting for?
Can I comment? There is a guy in the Bible, I love reading the Bible. He's called Hosea. And he was told by God, go and get married to a prostitute. And when the prostitute came, she used to go back.
Yes. And then go back and
to end what she knows best. But finally, she changed. So between changing and patience, there is the process.
But can I just say, that is one man who agreed to stay. Most of the times it's women who expect it to be the ride or die when men are going through a phase of growing up. Right? And the one man who stayed and when kept going back, he made it to the Bible.
Oh my God. I think you have to change your
one man. It's one man who made it to the Bible.
There are many men who are suffering, but because of the pride, you can't say anything. And you want to show people that you are a man, you are a real man, you have a good family, you are laughing with your wife when visitors are there, but when they go, you just put back that face. Because you know exactly who that lady is.
So you think that's a ride or die man?
Yeah.
So it's possible to have a ride or die man.
We have a lot of them. Many of them. Many of them.
But some men have also stuck through this.
Yeah.
I agree with Pastor here. Some men have gone through hell and high water.
They have gone through hell.
And they've stayed.
Some men are being physically abused by their wives.
But it's pride. They're staying because of pride. They don't want to go tell everyone, oh, you know, I'm being battered every night. No. They will stay because of pride, not because they believe that this woman can change.
But some men wives have cheated on their men, and they've stayed.
You see, there was a man who, pride. I think, there was a man I saw in the paper. He's one of the top guys. He went to police station because he was physically abused. And now,
look at
the problem now. Everybody is laughing at him.
Yeah.
What else do you expect him to do?
So now, okay. Unfortunately, it's a very serious matter.
Yeah.
On both sides, domestic violence, and there are so many people who, even locally, we have examples of people who say they walked out because of domestic violence. But and this situation has been bugging me ever since it happened. There's, we have. Like on 10 over 10, there was a lady who came and said, you know what, when I'm beaten, she's 21, I think. She said, when I'm beaten, it is an expression that my boyfriend loves me. And she added, I deserved it because I
provoked.
rude. Yes.
I watched that lady.
Yeah.
And there are two issues. First, she needs counseling. Secondly, she has an identity issue. For you to say, I deserved it. The moment you take a position when you have been abused and you say, because I deserved it, it doesn't matter what anybody does. Even if your woman does what, you have no right to physically abuse her.
Yeah.
But to get to a point where a lady is saying, but I deserved it, there's an identity issue. But let me say something very controversial. She's a 21-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Right.
But let me tell you the truth. She has said something that most women go through and they like it. I have a case, high corporate lady, I'm telling you, a high corporate lady who says, when my man beats me, it proves that he loves me. I don't agree with it. But that lady just said something that people sweep under the carpet. It's not, you know, many people dismiss, oh, she's very young. I know of 30-year-olds, well-educated, high corporate ladder, who are beaten and they go back. They shouldn't go back, but they think that's a way of love. You understand what I'm saying? And she just scratched the surface of something that has been hidden, and it is something that we have to deal with, because if you ask people who counsel people, they will tell you there are many who are educated. Let's not just dismiss her. It's just because she had a platform and she just released information that people don't like talking about.
And we all need counseling.
And that must stop. Nobody needs to be beaten.
Right.
But for you to accept that you deserve to be beaten, there's a problem.
Can I relate this with the way that somebody is being brought up? Because how you are being brought up by your parents contributes a lot in your way of life, everyday life. Maybe your mother was so much abused by your father, so you thought
it's normal.
It's normal. It's part of life, which is wrong. And I agree with my brother here. I don't agree with people who fight their partners, because hitting me, I don't think it will augur well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's not good at all. But the way you are being brought up contributes a lot to the way you are going to continue with your future.
True. But can I just say, going back to the whole ride or die story, I think you talked about identity. I think the first thing you need to know is who you are, what you can tolerate, okay? So if you have the patience to, you're okay with cheating, then that's fine, but you need to know, I mean, if someone is okay with being beaten, cheating is just like, it's nothing much. So I think as a woman, you need to first of all know what you're okay with. You need to first of all know yourself and know that, you know, I can't tolerate cheating, I can't tolerate when you beat me, I am not going to deal with the drug addiction. And then if the man is making you tolerate his drug addiction, then you know that's a no-go zone, you know, that's where you draw the line. So I think you need to first of all know who you are, so that you know that you can ride or die.
Having said that, may sound controversial, but I'll say it. I don't think a woman should walk out of a man's life because he's struggling with drugs. I'll tell you why. He started with a cigarette, maybe wrong company, then he got into it. It's the greatest fight. An addiction is the greatest fight within ourselves. You can help the person get through it, because it means, I mean, I know some people who are into drug addiction. I've been to some rehabs, and one gentleman that I know very well, and I'm known to his brother and sister-in-law, has come out better, and people stood by him. The woman is dating stood by him. But when it comes to things like a man is actually causing physical harm, those are other issues. When a man goes and cheats on you, because if a man goes to cheat on you and they come and tell you, I don't know how it happened. No, he removed the belt himself, unzipped his trouser. Those are issues you can, even the Bible says you can walk away on such issues. But drug addiction is a battle that people are trying to get out. Even some people you see walking in the streets on drug addiction, deep down, even as they are taking and misbehaving, there is a voice trying to scream, I'm trying to get out. And all I will need is people from the outside to support me to get out. So drug addiction, there are women who can stand with people, there are women who are struggling with drug addiction, and there are men stand by them. But cheating, and if it's a perennial thing, and then physical abuse, that one, forget about this ride or die nonsense.
How about crime? Because a lot of, especially in the US, the whole ride or die issue is because of crime. You're with the man, exactly. Yeah, with the man because, well, he's in crime, but you want to stick by him. He goes to prison, he comes back, like I have your back. Don't you think that's stupid?
That's
it's really
that's
stupid.
You're on a date having a meal and the man is carrying 5 guns.
Yeah.
No.
And you're trying to be ride or die.
Now, what's been happening, and I alluded to this fact, is that every time we have this discussion, people writing with what they're going to do.
Yeah.
There are several of them here on T242. Somebody says, hi, I've been in a 5-year marriage where I have tried everything to please my wife, but she can't change. She cannot even allow me to function at the junction. It's been 2 months, he said. It's actually said it's been 2 years of hell. I lost my job, but I'm still a provider. She still sees her ex-boyfriend. What do you tell somebody like this? And there's another one, as you digest that one, or a comment. She says, here's a man who keeps cheating on you. He has an outside marriage. He's remember, he said we married in 1992. We are young adults. But when you talk about what he's done, he reminds me that I have a daughter. I had a daughter out of wedlock when I was in school, and she took her in, and so much is I am in so much bitterness that I cannot concentrate even in my marriage. And then there's another who says, hi, I've worked with a man who has never changed from moving around, and he is 55 years, let alone he is divorced. He is in a midlife crisis. Then somebody says, I agree to a large extent with all your views. However, it all depends on the lady's economic empowerment. Some ladies would rather stay just to give their children a good life and to give themselves a good life. T242 hashtag for breakfast. Now, there are lots. One more says, I'm Carol. I quit my marriage because my husband was cheating on me with my friend, and when I knew this, he was so loving. But what I did, I packed his clothes in a paper bag, and now I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
So different things here. There's a lady who's been there for 5 years, and this it's a man actually says she's married and the wife is not changing. There's a man who keeps cheating and reminding the lady of her sins, and there's a man who has never changed.
You see, Willie, once you get into marriage, being desperate in one way or another, actually you're going to struggle a lot.
So if you get in marriage when you're desperate?
When you're desperate.
Okay.
Some of these things which are happening to some people here, you cannot take them, let me say, also a bit controversial, seriously. Because where she is coming from, or where he is coming from, he don't want to go back there. He better die in this situation. Because the situation behind her, she don't have a fallback position. A fallback position.
Yeah.
There are other people, they are coming from well-up families. They don't mind even they leave you. They can still be taken care of. So when we are talking here, you have to balance these two. So that you can see, because I don't see how you can cheat me, how you can fight me, how you can cheat me again, and then you enter to drugs, and then I still remain there, and I have an alternative. Not me.
So you think most people who ride or die do not have a backup plan?
I believe that. I believe that.
But also that goes back to identity. You may be married to a rich man and is cheating on you, and you're like, if I walk out of this marriage, I'm going to go back to poverty. If you have the right identity, so be it. You know, I will not stay because you buy me bacon and cornflakes every day and lose my sanity, because if I leave, I'm going to go back to my mother's house or go back to the village. If you have the right identity, you'll say to yourself, well, I deserve better than this. And if I have to lose all this affluence but to still maintain my self-respect, so be it. And because I know myself, I will start from bottom and build up, and the person who thought I would not survive with them or without them will be shocked, because I will come back up. So there's a lot of identity issues. And also what Pastor said here is things like when you grow up and you see your father physically abusing your mother, when you get into a relationship and that happens, you feel, okay, I grew up with this, so this is acceptable. You understand? So even parents, what you're seeing now, when a 21-year-old will say, I deserve being beaten, we just don't dismiss it. I know people really abused on social media, but we should have looked deeper. Where is this coming from? Maybe at 10 she saw some things that were wrong, but because of the frequency of seeing those things, they became embedded in her as normal. So that's why I said she needed counseling. And she needs to come to some of us for identity coaching. You understand? So this ride or die is actually best largely on desperation.
Desperation.
So sorry.
Do you know TI? Unfortunately, I don't have any local examples. But TI,
Is what?
it's not transparent international. He's a rapper. So he got married to Tiny.
Yes.
First of all, he had so many baby mamas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has many baby mamas. He gets married. He goes to prison because of guns. Then he comes out. He still cheats, and this girl is still there. I mean, it's not like she's poor. She has money, but she still stays. So what are we showing kids? What are we telling them?
Is the man changing?
No, he's cheating left, right, and center. And she stays through prison. I think he was in for like 5 years, and she stayed.
Actually, yeah.
She stayed.
3, he got off because of good behavior. Then he went back for another year.
I think there are good things in men which attract ladies, and they feel I cannot leave it. Let me give an example of my parents. I've grown up. My father was a senior teacher. He was a DDO, daily drinking officer, and he used to fight my mom so much. And I used to tell mom, can we run away and go to Buka's Praise? Number one, when I'm in Buka's Praise, I'm not going to school. So I was very free. I could sleep. Yeah. So I needed mom to run away and go there. And mom could tell me, no, Kuria. No. I am staying here. This is not your husband. This is your father. But he is my husband. So I'm not running away. And within a short time, my mom is pregnant. No, sir, no. So even when she gets a thorough beating, she knows there is something else she is going to get, which will, neutralize the beating that was there. But I think that is one way of being desperate. This is why I'm coming back to desperation. If you are desperate, and you can, as my brother said, you can be able to manage your life without those harassments, I think it's better I leave alone.
We're trying to use or bury the word desperate and replace it with strong. Okay? So we're calling women, oh my God, that woman is very strong. We're trying to make it sound nice. But I keep saying, I told you the other day, do not be with the man who will call you strong just because he has put you in a position where you have to be strong. Sometimes you don't even have to be strong, but he's put you in a position where you have no choice. You have to go within yourself, pull some strength from I don't know where, just so that you can be with this man. So I think even when I hear men calling, oh, that woman is so strong, she's been through a lot, don't call her strong. You're the one who's put her through so much. So it's not even a compliment anymore. That's what I think.
Right. So we went out also and asked some Kenyans about this ride or die versus pack and go. Let's have a quick listen to what they had to say. Remember, you can still talk to us. It's 22422 if you're for SMSs and hashtag Pop Repos. So let's listen to what Kenyans had to say.
There are some things which we can be able to change, and there are things that you cannot be able to change unless otherwise. But you have like somebody who is who drinks always. You can try to change him or her by talking to her, by advising. But there are some people who cannot be able to be advised. There is some years which comes. You see, I have talked for this person for more than 10 years or more than 5 years. He does not change. So that is why you can quit.
To me, when a guy cheats on me, I can't forgive him. It depends how I may cheat. Come and cheat with my friends, definitely I can't forgive him.
I believe if it's a messed up situation, I believe it takes two people to make even a messed up situation. So I believe that they need to reevaluate themselves, get their lives right with God. If they both agree to do that and get married, I believe they should stay together, but if not, I think they should depart. So forgiveness doesn't mean you just go back with the person and allow them to run over you again. It just means that you have no bitterness in your heart towards them.
Smaller issues like unaweza angu kama tuseme kuhusu chakula, unakuta ya kwamba chakula labda haijatengenezwa vizuri, ama for example kama nguo yako haijaoshwa vizuri, hiyo ni kitu unaweza samehe. Lakini kama for example amekuja labda umepatia pesa, amezitumia vibaya, hiyo naweza sema ni kitu kubwa ambazo ita take a long time kabla msameane. Okay, cheating I think also pia ni kitu unaweza samehe, lakini ita take pia a long time, ama inahitaji mtu kama huyo counselor akuje ndio sasa muunganishwe tena pamoja ndio msameane.
In Swahili we say penzi ukishalitia doa alifutiki. It depends with what kind of mistake. If you realize she's cheating on you and you've confirmed either by confronting her and she admits or any other evidence, you can sit down and discuss. Cheating is a grave sin. Forgiveness, as for me, I would have very difficulties forgiving. I simply said I cannot forgive. But if it's any other thing, they were having a relationship, but it did not reach that other step, you know what I mean? It is forgivable.
There are so many factors that come into play when you want to reach a decision. You see, like for instance, if you've been in a relationship for quite some time, say 2 or 3 years, there is some kind of attraction that is built within this relationship. There are conditions whereby you can forgive, and there are others that you cannot forgive.
Yeah, so those are the diverse views from Kenyans. One lady stood out for me that who said, if you're cheating, if it's with my friend, I won't forgive you. But if it's somebody I don't know, it's sour. I guess it goes back to what you're talking about, identity.
Yeah, that's a person who has insecurity issues, doesn't really know herself. And forgiving doesn't mean that you stay. You know, that's what people think.
Yeah.
Your man could be cheating on you, your woman could be cheating on you, you forgive, but you walk away.
True.
You just cannot sit on the same table with stupidity and mediocrity.
Yeah.
You just have to understand. I mean, if you know you're foolish and you don't understand who you are, you will not know when wisdom comes near you. So you'll just be comfortable with stupidity and being cheated on and being beaten. But if you understand, first and foremost, you're a child of God, fearfully and wonderfully made. You can't just allow someone to disconstruct your face as if you are being panel beaten. No, you can walk away. Even me, yes, in my position, I would tell a woman who is being physically abused to be honest with you. You will not stay, because if you stay and it's very consistent, you will die. So I know it's very controversial coming from a church boy, but if you're being beaten, I will not tell you ride or die. Oh,
you're going to die.
I will tell you, if the man is not changing, move away.
Yes.
Let him get himself sorted while you are away from him, and then you guys can get back together. But if you're being beaten, oh, but I'm not cheating, but he's not cheating on me, but he's beating me. Unless you're foolish, I will tell you to walk away.
Yeah.
Right.
Sort of riding down.
Riding down.
Yeah.
Not trying to die.
No.
But if you continue this right,
But also there's an aspect
you will die. There will be a funeral.
There's an aspect you have to understand, and men are taking advantage of that, and which is wrong.
Yeah.
Where men are saying, and of course it's true, there are more women than men, not just in this country, but the world over. It's a fact. Maybe even to a point of seven women to 1 man. You understand? So men have this thing, we are spoiled for, we are spoiled for choice.
Oh,
if you don't shape up, I'm just going to go next door and I'm going to get another one. And that's where also men are getting it wrong.
Yeah.
When you say, and you see a man who will say, because I have other options. That's a boy.
hello.
Yeah.
Anybody, any man, I don't care how old you are, like a 55-year-old man.
Yeah,
what are you doing going to
What are you
around?
looking?
And
What are you
honestly,
looking
there is
for?
nothing wrong with being alone anyway.
And
Like for women.
Not even that. 55 years.
Yeah.
You still cannot have zip control.
But I also want to add something that I said, like,
No
I think was it last week, but one, that many girls never go to men, they go to big boys. A person who have not left the parents is not a real man to get married to. Because the Bible says, a man shall leave, not shall hate, shall leave the parents. Once you leave the parents, number one, you become responsible. How many men do we have who are staying in their father's compound, in their mother's compound, they're still eating in their mother's houses, and they have wives, and then abusing? I don't think I can also familiar that. The same way my brother is saying that you cannot encourage somebody who is being fought every now and then to stay in the same marriage. I also tell people, I better stay alone than stay with mama boys.
There's a lot of comments that are coming in here. Different people. Somebody saying nothing is wrong with the way you look. Why do you often cover your hand with your face with your hand? Nipples too. But I appreciate that you like the way you look. Alright. To be more serious, hey, I'm telling you, this day 2242 is been an avenue for guys to open up.
Yes.
And they're very long. Someone says my husband has been cheating on me with different women. Even after I caught him live, when you get into an argument, he ends up beating me. Recently, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure because of what's going on. As we're talking now, I gave birth through CS last month, and after being discharged from the hospital, I came to realize he had another affair. And he said, when I asked him, he started beating me and left to that Mbabakano. So she's asking, what should I do because now I have a small child?
It's toward the speed on learning.
But also saying, but I have a small child, meaning she's trying to say, without really saying it, that I have a child, I need him. You don't need him, And also, yes, and congratulations on your child, but also, I think she should have denied the guy access to herself, to her body, because obviously, if a man is cheating on you, and in this day and age, things are crazy out there. You're also opening yourself to a lot of risk.
True.
You understand? And nobody has ever died for lack of bed gymnastics. So don't be beaten. If you ask me honestly, that he's cheating on you when you confront him with something that he has done wrong and you've caught him live, and then his response is not to apologize or to try and explain, but to physically abuse you. Let me tell you, you better run now. In fact, take your legs, put them on your shoulders, and run.
And first of all, I'll say that I've never been married, so I do not know what married people go through.
But you'll get married in Jesus' name.
Amen. I will. Alright, blessings. But this is what I have to go back to what Percy said, that a lot of us women are desperate because you have children to fend for, so you sort of end up staying because of the kids. But then you also said a lot of people grow up seeing their parents beating each other. Alright, you see your mother being beaten and you think that's fine. So I think the minute you choose to stay, you're thinking of right now, the solution right now, but you will stay in that marriage, you will grow, you'll bring up that child seeing and being in a very unhappy environment, and it will go on because she will think, this is what people do, this is fine. So I think the best you can do and the bravest thing you can do is decide, what, you're beating me, you're abusing me, I don't want to be in this relationship, not for the sake of my child's future. I know right now it will be hard bringing them up, but you know what, that man can help from a distance, but your child will not be in that toxic environment.
There's a bold guy here called John Omosacha. He says beating a wife once in a while strengthens the marriage. Once you've beaten your wife and you see her cry, you get emotionally attached to her and she becomes closer to you.
But you can do other things just to see her tears. You can do better things. You can surprise your wife and she cries. It's only the tears that you want to see, but not fighting the wife.
Right.
I think I'm married now for about 33 years.
Well, congratulations.
And my last born is married. So my kiddo is only my wife in the house. And I've never seen something good like being together with love. Because when you are growing old, you become like brother and sister. I miss my wife. She misses me. Right now I'm sitting here. Amepiga TV picha, akanitumia picha. Na mimi najiona. Na ninajua niko hapa, ametuma. Sahi. Na hapo chini akandika uko sawa. So when I'm hearing people who are only married for 5 years fighting, injuring one another, I really feel discouraged. And I always tell people, I better be alone and be happy than win a battle but lose my future. Because why should I win the man and get blood pressure? What is it for? You destroyed my life.
Mom Sacha, it's embarrassing. It's wrong that you think physically abusing your wife will make you emotionally close. It is an embarrassment, and of course, if that's what you feel, then also I said this respectfully to him. He also has identity issues, meaning when a man tries to use physical power, it means then he knows he does not have the power up here, or is not confident enough to carry the grace of a powerful woman. So Mr. Nsacha, I think you will need to talk to somebody. Physical abuse is a thing of the past. It should never be accepted or embraced in this society. And I wish you could get help, talk to somebody, and have self-belief, and you will know you can get emotionally attached to your wife using other acceptable means and biblical parameters, as opposed to hurting somebody physically.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take final comments. We'll begin with you.
All right, I think it's a fallacy, ride or die. If you love someone, you shouldn't put them in a situation where they have to go out of their comfort zone to support you, okay? You shouldn't love someone and then make them die for you, all right? So be with someone who will be there with you because they love you, okay? Not because they're going to put you through so much. So do not die for anyone. Know yourself, know your values, and know which line you're not going to cross. So if you cross this, I'm not going to be there. Yeah.
I do believe you can stand with someone, or man or woman, who is showing efforts to try and be a better person. Forgiveness, either way, whether you're going to stay or walk away, forgiveness is key, because even Christ forgave us. So yes, and yes, there's some people you can stand with, and people will tell you no, but as long as somebody is making tangible and very evident efforts to be a better person, in prayer, with counselors, having the right friends around you, you can get better. But if it's not changing, please run.
Well, I'd like to say that ladies, you must understand what the Bible says, that God bless the work of our hands. You should not be dependent to a man who is abusing you just because he is providing unga in a bread. You have hands. And when God was creating man, he said, let's create man in our own image, and let us give that man dominion. Dominion is power to rule, not power to be ruled. So don't stay in your house like a house girl when you have the power to rule the world. So use wisdom.
Okay. Use wisdom. I guess the right to die, at the end of the day, if it's going to be injurious, if I can use that word, if it's going to be a pain to you, if you're going to be going through domestic violence, first of all, I always say, once it happens once, in my book, in the book of Willis, once it happens once, it's going to happen again. So you need to just know, what are you willing to take. At the end of the day, we always say, we'll talk here, but you'll make the decision. But the bottom line is, there is help. You can get help. You can talk to some counselors. You can reach out to Mr. Ezra here, Pastor Kush is here. If you kama imeshindikana sana, tutafute, we'll hook you up with people who can get you in place. But never settle for less. Do not be in a place where you are tolerated instead of celebrated. Check yourself a wonderful day. We'll do it again next week. Coming up next, Fred Inimuli with Citizen Extra. The hashtag now changes Citizen Extra. A lot is happening in the political world, so tune in and you'll be able to